Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Think Future podcast. I'm your host, Chris Kalaboukis, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. Now, I'm recording this episode a little bit late because just a little while ago, you've probably heard of Facebook Libra. And Facebook put together an association of folks, and they're creating their own cryptocurrency called Libra. And it's great. It's interesting. I mean, who knows if it's going to fly? I mean, the first thing that happened is all these governments came out going, no, this is no good. I'm not going to do this. This is terrible. And it's got issues. It's got issues with the way it's valued. It's got issues with the way it's issued. It's got issues with its blockchain. It's got issues with its language. There's lots of issues that still need to be ironed out. But the reality is that if you look at Libra as an example of something innovative, that one of these, even though it's a tech company and you think they move fast, the reality is that they can't move too quickly. Otherwise, they'll break their connection with the customer. And what they've done here is really interesting from an innovation perspective, is that what they've done is they have stepped into the fray, right? Because nobody really wants to step into the fray. The whole cryptocurrency space is fraught with danger, right? Fraught with danger. There's danger from regulators, there's danger from individuals, there's danger from investors, there's danger from all sides. Some people, on the one hand, people say cryptocurrency is bunk and it's not going to be worth anything. And on the other hand, you get people saying cryptocurrency is the future, right? So nobody really knows where this is going. But what I can applaud Facebook of doing is that they actually took first mover space. Because if you think about crypto, it's very much an enthusiast community. Very few people own Bitcoin, and the only reason people own Bitcoin today, or a lot of people own Bitcoin, because there used to be a lot of people who own Bitcoin, or some people who own Bitcoin, but it was a small community. Then something like Coinbase came out, and Coinbase allowed more people to own Bitcoin. It allowed more people to get into the cryptocurrency community. But still, it's enthusiasts only. And the reality is it doesn't speak to the reality of cryptocurrency, or what cryptocurrency should be done. Because right now, cryptocurrency is almost like a security. People buy it and they hold it because they think it's going to be worth a lot of money. I mean, I have one Bitcoin, but I'm just holding it for investment purposes. And that's not the reason why cryptocurrency was invented. Cryptocurrency was invented as an alternative currency. And alternative currencies are meant to be spent. That is what the word currency means. So what Facebook is doing with Libra is very interestingly taking cryptocurrency and making it, socializing it to the world, turning it into something that could really be used as currency. If it takes off, it may or may not take off. There's been so much speculation on whether or not this is going to take off or not, but that's besides the point. What I'm doing is pointing at Facebook as a good example of innovation, because they were willing to take the risk and step up and take the initial slings and arrows that were being thrown at this new cryptocurrency, this new, possibly first adult cryptocurrency that everyone could use, that you're going to use to pay your gardener, that you can use to pay your babysitter, that you can use to pay for a coffee at Starbucks, that you can use to pay for stuff, right? Real currency, not just something that could be used as an investment. So the currency itself doesn't matter, but as an innovative attitude, what Facebook did with Libra is exactly right. I mean, it reminds me very similarly of what what Google did with Google Glass, because they came out with Google Glass. A few enthusiasts used it. A bunch of people hated on it, and then eventually shut it down. But what did it do? It pushed things forward. It opened up the conversation on wearable devices. It's the same thing that happened with the Segway. It opened up the conversation on alternative personal transportation methods. And just like Libra is opening up the conversation on alternative currencies, because now other companies are thinking about it, other countries are thinking about it. I think China is going to come out with its own cryptocurrency. They've blown it open. They pushed the Overton window open a little bit larger, and everyone knows what the Overton window is. It's the sort of span of socially acceptable stuff that people can do. And these things, something like what Libra has done, or what Facebook's done with Libra, is that it's pushed the envelope of what we can do. And we need those kind of risk takers to go out there and take those initial slings and arrows, be beaten down by them, in order to open up the innovation for everyone. So I love seeing stuff like this. Whether or not it's going to fly or not, it doesn't really matter. But it started the conversation on real alternative currency. They've pushed the bounds of innovation, and I applaud them for it. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.